You're applying to cybersecurity jobs and every listing says the same thing. Must have experience. But how are you supposed to get experience when nobody will hire you without it? In this video, I'm going to share with you exactly how to build real-world SOC analyst skills, even if you don't have a cybersecurity job yet. If this is your first time seeing one of my videos, hello, my name is Steven, and I've been working in cybersecurity for about 9 years now, mainly within the security operations domain. On this channel, you'll find various videos about career guidance, lab walkthroughs, and SOC-related projects that you can tackle to put onto your portfolio. One of the biggest struggles that I hear from a lot of beginners is, how do I get experience when no one will hire me without it? Well, today I am going to walk you through 5 ways to gain SOC analyst experience for free, so that you can stand out to employers and work towards landing your first role in cybersecurity. Before we get into the how, let's talk about why hands-on experience is so important. Now, SOC jobs aren't just about theory, believe it or not. You need to know how to analyze real threats, investigate alerts, and work with actual enterprise tools. Now, certifications are helpful, but they're really not enough. I mean, employers do want proof that you can do the work. Now, the problem is, most beginners get stuck. They study a lot of theory, but rarely apply that theory into practical, hands-on experience. They don't have access to enterprise environments or even paid tools. So how do you build experience without a SOC job? Number 1, build your own home SOC lab. The best way to learn is by doing. And the good news is you can build a SOC lab at home for free. And here is a simple setup that can help you get started. You want to start off with a virtual machine. This can be VMware or VirtualBox. You can utilize a SIM like Splunk, Elastic, or Waza. You want to have a vulnerable machine like Metasploitable, or you can simulate Windows event logs using a tool like Atomic Red Team to simulate attacks and generate real activity. Once your home lab is up and running, you can then start practicing alert investigations, log analysis, and building up your own detections. You'll get hands-on experience with the same tools that are used in real SOC environments. And if setting up a lab does feel overwhelming, don't worry, I do have a walkthrough on my channel that can guide you through every step. Number 2, use free cybersecurity training platforms. If you don't want to build a lab from scratch, you can still get real-world practice using free training platforms. Here are some of the great ones to check out. Try HackMe and Hack the Box for Blue Team Labs and SOC challenges. Let's Defend, Blue Team Labs, and Cyber Defenders for simulated investigations. I have a whole dedicated video on my channel that breaks down 10 amazing SOC resources that you can use to get started, and I'll leave that in the description down below. These platforms simulate real-world SOC tasks, and the best part, you don't need a job to start doing the work. Number 3, contribute to cybersecurity communities. Another great way to gain experience is by contributing to the cybersecurity community. Now, here is how you can get involved. You can investigate malware samples or suspicious activity, then document your findings. You can share your write-ups on LinkedIn, X, or Medium to name a few. Contribute detection rules to Sigma or Yara projects. You can build up your own GitHub repository with your own detection content. You can join CTFs, aka Capture the Flags, either solo or with a team for hands-on learning in a fun environment. By doing all of this, it will show initiative, and it will help you build up your reputation as well. And it does give you something real to point to when a hiring manager asks, what have you worked on recently? Number 4, build and share your portfolio. Once you started building experience, you want to showcase it. And most beginners unfortunately skip this step, and it's likely one of the reasons why they don't stand out. So here is how you can build up your own portfolio. Write blog posts about what you've investigated, document your home lab, and post screenshots or tutorials, upload your projects to GitHub, and share your journey on LinkedIn. If you do want some help coming up with projects, I actually have a lot of videos on my channel that help you walk through real-world examples. Also, I am working on a new 30-day MyDFIR SOC Analyst challenge, but this time I am focusing mainly on Microsoft Azure. That way you can get a lot of experience using Microsoft products. You can join the waitlist at mydfir.com/challenge. Now, a strong portfolio shows how you think, how you investigate, and how you solve problems. And really, that's what hiring managers care most about. Number 5, Build up your network, aka network with others. The last piece of the puzzle is your network. At first, networking might not sound like a way to get hands-on experience, but it absolutely can. When you're active in the right communities, people start sharing opportunities that help you learn by doing. For example, you might be able to find some CTF events, hands-on workshops, lab environments, and even group projects where you can investigate real attacks. You might even get invited to collaborate on a detection project, review an incident playbook, or analyze a malware sample as a team. Now that is experience, and it builds real-world skills fast. Here is where to start. You want to connect with SOC analysts, recruiters, and cybersecurity professionals on LinkedIn. Join Discord or Slack communities focused on blue team work. Attend virtual conferences like SANS, DEF CON, or B-Sides. Even if you're just listening in, it can teach you a lot. Now, if you do show up, you want to try and ask meaningful questions and as many questions as you possibly can while sharing your own progress. That is how you build up relationships. And oftentimes, those relationships can lead to more opportunities down the line. So here is your action plan. You want to set up your own SOC lab at home or follow a tutorial on my channel. Use free cybersecurity platforms to practice real investigations. Contribute to open source projects or share your own detection rules. Build a portfolio to showcase your experience and processes. Network with others, and get involved with the community. If you do even one of these consistently, you'll be miles ahead of most beginners who only have a certification and no hands-on experience. And that is it for the video, and I hope that you found that informative. If you did, let me know by hitting that like button and subscribe if you want to. Remember to stay curious and do things differently.